Hi everyone, my name's Morgan. Thanks for tuning into my any old bag video. The first thing I'm going to share with you is my bag. I chose this bag of runes to represent myself because there was a significant time in my life where I really loved playing with divination tools. I think that the symbolism in them is super fascinating, and so are the stories behind them. And I found myself using them really often when I was younger to inspire me to write, or if I even needed advice. I think they were a really great self-help tool to help me gain perspective in ways that I wouldn't have maybe thought about, and maybe I would have. But either way, these really helped inspire a lot of creative writing and really a lot of mysterious fun for me. And I think that's a huge part of who I am. I love playing and I love just using my imagination, and I daydream and create lots of fun stories pretty frequently in my mind for my future and just different scenarios. And I think using my divination tools like my runes really helped open up that part of me. So that's why I chose them as my bag of representation. The second thing I'm going to share with you is my terrarium. I chose this as one of my items because it's nature in my house, which you can't really beat that. If I could stay outside all the time, I totally would. This terrarium has a peperomia and a moon valley plant and 3 different types of moss in it. I made it myself, even the substrate. I think nature is so fascinating. I haven't watered this in about 2 months, and it's creating its own moisture and carbon dioxide within this tiny little glass container. And it makes me happy to see these plants growing. I also propagated the 2 leafy plants inside of here as well. And I love keeping it beside my bed so I can see it in the morning. I have other plants too, but this is like one of my babies. The second thing I want to share with you guys is going to be this ring. You can't really see it right now, but there's a little flash that grows across the middle of the ring that looks like a star. It's called a star ruby, and I got it in Sedona. I've lived there on a few different occasions. It's just a super important place to me, much like most of the desert. But this ring, I wear it just to remind me of some of the lessons that I learned while I was there, and just to remind me how much of a special, warm place it is. And it's a huge part of my growth into adulthood. And I also love rocks, and it's easier to wear them, to carry them, than to carry them around. And my third item, which is probably my favorite, is my journal. This one specifically my roommate Isabel got for me because she's so sweet. And it's got my name on it, some stars and moons. It's super fun, great way to organize your mind. I've been writing in my journal since I was a little girl. I write corny poems, I personify nature, I write future letters to myself, things I want to work on that's happening currently, pretty much anything you can imagine. And I find it really beneficial to be able to go back into my journals and look and see where I've grown and what I've learned or what I need to relearn. So I hang on to all of them. Thought about maybe burning them one day, but I don't think that I can because there's just really good content in there that maybe I could collect and write a book with one day, but we'll see. So that was my 3 items and my bag. I hope that your week is wonderful, and thank you for taking the time to watch my video.